Look at him. Look at how handsome he is. This is the reputation tab. There's a lot of significantly less handsome people in here. But this is the face of true beauty. Let's see.
Could I have a moment of your time?
I'm sorry. Of course.
I know someone who works in this tower. An Annamancer named Joccolo.
Joccolo.
I'd like to see him if we could.
As long as it's quick.
It will be. It's been many years since I've seen him, and I wanted to thank him.
Is this a glimmer of sentiment from our Iron Paladin? What, I wonder, could this fellow have done to merit it?
He looks at Pelagina, surprised, but pleasantly so.
When I was a girl, he visited me in the academy. He was studying godlike. Studying what was in our souls that made us different from other kith. He found something in me. Something that resonated like a chime when he held an instrument near me. He said it was like this for all godlike. Different chimes resonating for different types.
Was that the end of it?
No. He told me the chime was what was causing my body to change. I begged him to remove it. He refused at first, saying it was impossible. When I told him I would kill myself if he didn't, he said he would try.
No one should ever be driven to that. Least of all a little girl.
For one, Zodi looks concrete. Rubbing at the back of her neck, she frowns.
I don't expect
That
you
was
to
not
understand,
concrete, it was a different word.
but I was 12. My body was changing in many ways. Being the only girl, the only godlike girl at the academy, was unbearable.
Well, we know what that's about. You don't have to justify anything to me, Pelagina.
Agressima.
She smiles warmly at you. Yes, warmly.
Joccolo was not able to remove the chime, but he was able to sever it. When it happened, I blacked out. I did not wake for 2 weeks. The Brotherhood ejected him from the academy for ruining their pet godlike. They assumed I would die. I did not. Over time, I lost most of my feathers. The shape of my nose changed. It was not enough to make me fully Kalbandra, but it was enough to keep me from wanting to die.
Okay, that's interesting. That explains her relative lack of godlike features.
When I looked in a mirror, what I saw was not a godlike. Not something to be paraded around. It was me. Finally, me.
You're beautiful just the way you are. And don't forget it, chat. You're beautiful just the way you are.
Do not get ridiculous ideas. You will only embarrass yourself.
She makes a shooing motion with her hand. We tried. Her sour expression softens after a moment.
Apologies, but I do not want you to have the wrong idea. I respect you, Watcher. In the Deerwood, we were companions. For better or worse, that relationship worked. I want this to work too. Per Blanca, respect me and my vocation.
She nods politely in your direction, briefly closing her golden eyes.
Anyway, now you understand why Joccolo is important to me. If we can speak to him inside the tower, I would be grateful.
Like, I mean, she definitely got the better part of the deal here. Anyway, in the tower. Okay, Spire of the Soulseers. Visitor a temple. Temple of Barath. Temple of Magran. Temple of Gone. Okay, there's not one for the Trickster God. Whatever that one was called. Not this, at least. What's this? Bet she's got scaly feet. Yeah, maybe. Do we wear shoes? Yeah, we do.
Sure.
Okay, well. I guess our fiery outlook doesn't burn our clothes, at least. The ledger contains a meticulously logged list of names, dates, and measurements.
Got it.
Thick threaties on a varies of Annamancer-related topics clutter the desk. Ooh, another oil velour. Potion of Ryngrand's repulsive visage. Lovely. Okay. It's very situational. We can have a look at your character feat by unequipping armor. Good point. Do we dare? Ah, beautiful. Pretty sure that's the ideal godlike. See how bad. She does have skills. Oh, okay. I didn't mean to permanently throw away her armor. That wasn't part of the plan. I'm sorry. There you go.
Not bad.
Still think she got the better deal.
No problem.
Who's the... Edwin, maybe?
Merla. Burned.
No, it wasn't.
Well,
It was a
that
man.
won't do it all.
Who are you? A steady white-haired elf frowns down at a table covered in coiled copper wires and glimmering shards of Adra. Her gloved hands smooth her well-tailored Valiant coat as she mumbles under her breath. Apparently, absorbed in her work, the Annamancer doesn't acknowledge her presence. Excuse me. The woman spins on you, blinking rapidly behind a pair of brass-rimmed spectacles. Her bright carmine eyes and paper-white skin mark her as one of the Glam Felon.
Hello. My apologies. I didn't see you there.
Her Ederian bears a clear, crisp, but difficult-to-place accent. The pale elf examines you warily, unease clears in the set of her shoulders. Are you alright?
I am fine. Is there some reason I shouldn't be?
One of her pale eyebrows arches. She tugs at her gloves and looks away from you. Calm settles about her like a burial shroud.
Which is not to say I do not appreciate your concern. I do.
She settles her spectacles on her nose. As she does, you notice her hands shaking.
I, like the other scholars here, am engaged in the study of the soul sciences. Was there something you needed, or may I return to my studies?
Her thin lips settle into a crooked smile. As she speaks, a drop of blood rolls out of the elf's nose and drips onto her lips. She pulls a handkerchief from her coat pocket and wipes away the blood without a word. You're bleeding.
Indeed. I apologize if you find the sight of blood unsettling. Though, from your appearance, I would expect you to be well acquainted with it.
What are you saying, lady?
In any case, why are you here?
Your accent isn't Valian. Why are you dressed like one?
Just a bit of culture I've picked up along the way.
Clothing is spotless and well tailored in the old Valian style, replete with lace, silk velvet, and brocade.
I admire their tailoring tradition immensely. It's much grander than clothing one finds in The White That Wins.
As she straightens the cuff of her jerkin, a small look of satisfaction flits across her face. Can I have a more neutral answer? It's hideous. It's marvelous. Well, we are old Valiant, but I don't think we had a very good past. It's hideous. Who's your tailor?
I am, of course.
Puts her hands on her hips and straightens her back.
You seem to be in rather dire need of one yourself. A pity,
Fair enough.
as I don't do work for hire.
Edwin casts a quick glance over your own attire and smirks. Don't know who you are, but I know you're dangerous. Now that's an uncalled for attack of aggression. I mean, we have some experience with the matter, but... You're an Annamancer and a seamstress?
A curious mind is an agile mind. Besides, the two practices are more alike than one might think.
I find that hard to believe.
Both deal in the details in the warp and the weft. A delicate hand is required if one is to bend either to one's will.
There's way more going on with this NPC than... There's way too much, like, flavor dialogue. I feel. Maybe not. How did you come to be in Nakataka?
It is a mundane story. I sought out the ship with the longest oversea route departing from the Republics and booked passage. I had intended to perform a handful of experiments regarding the nature of souls that could only be done safely at sea.
What kind of experiments can only be performed on a boat?
The sensitive kind.
She brushes your question aside with a wave of her hands.
My experiments were successful, and the ship eventually reached its destination. The rest is inconsequential.
She brushes your question aside with a wave of her hand. Any interest in getting out of this tower for some field study? She blinks at your offer, then puts a finger to her lips, clearly considering her next
I
words.
think perhaps that I would be grateful for the opportunity.
What can you do for me?
This blade is not merely for show.
Her fingers graze the basket hilt of the rapier slung at her side.
There are no end of swordsmen in the Deadfire, though, right? I, however, possess some little sway over the minds of others.
Oh good, another cipher. She grins wolfishly. Why do you want to travel with me?
I have a vested interest in luminous Audra, but acquiring it here can be expensive. You have a ship of your own and are clearly well-traveled. I suspect I would encounter more luminous Audra with you than I would on the streets of Nekataka.
I'll kill you if you give me cause to mistrust you, just so we're clear. Her carmine eyes narrow slightly above the rims of her spectacles.
Is that so? Then I will endeavor to avoid your ire.
We should discuss the sleeping arrangements.
Thaklat, traveler. I am grateful.
An Orjoma expression of gratitude. She clasps your hands in hers, pumps it quickly, and releases. After a quick pat down of the various pockets sewn into her coat, Edwin nods sharply and rests a hand on the hilt of her rapier.
I have all that I need. We may depart at your leisure.
We just got a companion. Her lips curl into a coy little smile and she says no more. Oh, this is one of the sidekicks. Sidekicks start out as unique NPCs with integral to specific quests, complete with their own personalities and looks, and they may offer to join your party as a reward for completing their quest. Just like companions, these new characters have a custom portrait and voice sound set. However, unlike companions, they do not have their own vision quest and will not participate in the companion relationship system. So they do have a quest. Okay. Should have killed her? Yeah, definitely. That would have been a good call. We can still kill her, don't worry. We'll kill her after we've done her quest. Right? Mindstalker, Cypher, Rogue, Cypher, or Rogue. Okay, let's see. We already have a pure Cypher, Seraphim. We don't have a pure Rogue. We have a Swashbuckler with Eder. Cypher Rogue combo can be pretty good. Let's make her a full rogue, because we already got one of each, and this way we get to see some of the rogue stuff a bit faster. She's a sidekick anyway, so I don't think we'll be using her that much. I'd rather use a full companion, I think, but we'll try her out. I really wish you could see their skill trees though, because they might have unique stuff. Like if she has a unique Cypher subclass. That does change a few things. I don't want to do pure Cypher, Mindstalker or Rogue, either one of those. Like the only thing we're getting out of Cypher for Rogue really is... I mean, the Biting Whip is very good. And other than that, no, I think we'll just make her normal Rogue. Do we want to get her right now? Well, while we're here... Maybe instead of a Loth? He's level 1, okay.
Farewell.
Let's use her for a bit. Let's see how she is.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, so... No unique class. No unique passives of any sort. No unique weapon. And no unique gear. Okay. So, she looks unique though. But
How might I assist?
no unique mechanics involved. Yeah, we'll just make her do a lot of... We'll just basically make her a stealth character entirely. Yeah, 200 weapons, because those synergize the best with stealth. Oh, she needs a rank of athletics. She already starts with... Why do they all start with crippling strike? Ugh. Dirty fighting is probably very useful. Yeah, let's do that. And we need to give her... Hang on, 1 second. Let's see what we have. We could do S-Talk as well, like we did on Eder, but... I don't think we have any right now. Yeah, we'll just give her a greatsword. Plus, in case we get a really good greatsword, we have a good character for it. Dirty fighting, right? Yeah. Although you don't necessarily need the proficiencies, but in case we have some use out of the modal. And we'll get both of these, I think, because they're pretty good. Although, this one synergizes better with dual wielding. I mean, it's still nice. It's very nice from stealth. Though... See, apply staggered. Get an upgrade as well. Riposte, unfortunately, is really bad unless they changed it. It's only like 20% chance. Whenever they miss, there's a 20% chance you'll do a damage back. Which is really, really low. That was the case in the beta anyway. It was absolutely worthless. Which is a shame, because I'd love to make a riposte tank. Bleed while moving. That might be good. Distracted doesn't really matter because they're always going to be flanked anyway. The -5 perception is okay. But we're only going to be attacking stuff on her that's already flanked. I don't think, by the way, that pure rogue is that good. I think rogue makes for amazing multi-classes, but just for science, we'll do a pure rogue on her. Yeah, let's get her this and upgrade it to Frightened. That way she can hunt down casters. A bit better, that might be good. Stealth. And none of these passives are good, I don't think. Not really. Give her escape as well. And then she has more than enough use out of her abilities. Pure Rogue was a worse ranger in PoE1. Yeah, that could be. I don't remember rogues and rangers in PoE1 much. I had a ranger in my party. Not a rogue. For most of the playthroughs I did anyway. I do think rogue's better than ranger in this game, from a pure class perspective. But both of them really benefit from multiclassing. Because their endgame stuff is very important, and the main problem with rogue in this game is you have to rely on a lot of relatively weak abilities. So you want to be using multiple, but because you're limited with your resources, like we have way too much, she can't use all of these. We're not going to get any more, I don't think. Rogues really struggle from ability usage. That said, they do have some amazing passives, and you can make some really good stealth assassins out of this.
Board, sure thing.
Multiclassing them is really strong. Flown Alette. From her unkept hair to her agitated pacing, Flown Alette gives off an air of restrained chaos. She waves you over with a few quick motions.
You're early. I'm sorry, but we aren't ready to look into your condition yet.
Condition? Pardon?
You can have a seat over there. Hope you don't mind heights or birds.
Yeah, we don't mind birds. She narrows her eyes at you.
You aren't one of our patients. Ah, Madiko, you that watcher. Sentere, I'm sorry. It's been a busy time here.
Hmm.
You don't mind if I talk and work, do you? What can I do for you?
We're looking for an Annamancer named... How did she pronounce it? Giaccolo? Giaccolo? One of those.
Giaccolo?
Giaccolo.
Ak, I know him. He has a little laboratory for himself down in the gullet.
Back we go.
His speciality is godlike. Claims he can detect them in the womb.
She spreads her hand theatrically, although her expression never changes.
Giaccolo rents a room in Ecosi, the Hole, which is that grimy tavern down below.
Yeah.
Why he seeks to bury himself, you will have to ask him yourself.
We're familiar.
Not many Annimancers down there, so he should be easy to find, if they haven't stolen all his equipment. Or at Ogori.
Good luck.
What can I do for you?
What are you working on here?
Glad you asked, amico. Very glad. We're very excited about the work here, and we are always looking for volunteers. We've catalogued a number of interesting properties unique to Luminous Adra, but there are some very specific qualities we are investigating. Qualities that a Watcher happens to be uniquely suited to exploring. You're just what we're missing.
I'm no test subject.
Consider yourself an equal partner in the pursuit of knowledge. The things the Adra can do. Luminous Adra has special effects upon Kith. Even to the humblest, it offers some small improvements. Rejuvenation, vitality, the kind of thing you sell to people back home, ne? But what about those who have already harnessed their own essence? Consider the talented Cutpurse, for instance, who can cross a room by slipping briefly into another place. The world between. Luminous Adra holds enormous quantities of essence, the kind of energy we can't replicate or restore. And these formations have a kind of connection to each other across the in-between. I believe we can harness this connection and your natural abilities to transport a person across great distances in a moment.
When you say you've been researching the effects on Kith,
On volunteers, well-paid volunteers.
so you could, say, travel across the city?
That is the very least of it, amico. We've only managed short jumps thus far. I'm hoping that your own gifts will make the difference. We've collected a number of illuminating readings, and our machines are ready to harness the Adra's essence. But for the moment, we are effectively blind when it comes to targeting the next pillar. Now, if someone were capable of sensing that essence in the in-between, even of manipulating it, someone like a Watcher, for instance.
What would I have to do?
Ah, well, this is a little like describing a muscle I don't have.
Alette thinks for a moment, snapping her fingers as she paces a half-step back and forth. So we're basically unlocking fast travel.
The idea is for you to focus on the next connection point. The machine will use that new link between the Adra veins to create a tether, as well as provide the energy for you to jump effectively. What's really exciting is, so long as you are holding that connection open, your companions can jump alongside you.
Sorry, which was the exciting part? I may have missed something.
The next pill is due east of here, in the middle of a farm. It's not as tall as this one, but you shouldn't have any trouble finding it. Oh, and don't worry, we paid the farmers.
What if something goes wrong?
There was that fellow that jumped a little too far over the edge.
Stop scaring our assistant.
Kind of agree with Geralt here from The Witcher. Portals are... Let's do it for science.
Gelarde. Very well. You stand there. Ansel, the machine.
What could go wrong?
All right, Watcher. Remember, focus on the beam of light. It ought to be like stepping through a door. And remember, don't...
Yeah, that seemed important. Aside from the PC, you have an all-woman party. Possibly intentional. We don't know about the bird and the
Can't say
cat.
This is what I imagined hell would look
But
like.
besides that... I mean, just can't help it. That natural lure. Didn't even use the natural lure upgrade.
Leave it to me.
Spirit residue. This seems like a fun place to hang out. You know, black holes aren't dangerous.
If I feel cold, which part of me is doing the feeling?
That genuinely scared me a bit. I know, the sound effect through the headphones threw me off entirely. Nice. What is this? The Scourging Blight. Well, the Sand Blights were scary. Time to try out our new assassin.
Yeah. Let's go.
Death take you.
I don't know if I'm overreacting in terms of damage here. Yeah, it looks like it. It's just... Okay. Reminds me of the, spiders in Dragon Age Origins. Just the weird sound effects that suddenly screech out at you. So weird. Those are scary. Those spiders. Not because they're spiders, just because the sound was scary.
Why
Or
not?
sudden, I should say.
You up there,
A wave the size of a mountain.
We have to go. Can't. No, please.
Fun. Yeah, I'm glad we went on this. This is safe. But we didn't give her a two-handed weapon yet. Or really any useful weapon. Okay.
A sure thing.
There we go. Any of these will do. Fits perfectly.
A question, Watcher? As you wish.
Sure.
Chunks of unnatural architecture have been torn from their roots, hanging still in the void.
My eyes are yours.
What did you find, Ishi?
Secret.
Leave it to me.
I conquered every city of the
Gods,
Greylands.
And at
They will
last,
remember my
I beg
name.
you.
Te kasi bizu. Ye ked tigewu tikiki.
Can't hide.
What?
For me.
A question, Watcher? This one.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was not... We weren't meant to break stealth there, but okay.
My eyes are
No
yours.
problem.
Okay.
Quite happy to oblige.
That seems scary. We'll try and lure... They're unranged. Put him on defender.
Sure.
Put him here. And... try and lure one of these here.
Still got it.
Okay, now run. Guess they're not coming this far. Well, we got some stealth attacks off. There we go. Now let's move her back real quick. Are they coming? Yeah, they are.
Give me the order.
I'm moving back a bit more. Come on. That's a lot of damage. Did that miss him? Yes, it did. Good. It's fine, he has a lot of self-heal.
Quick, toss me something else.
It's fine, he has a lot of self-heal.
Okay.
Let's do this. This weapon's no good to me.
Yeah, I guess we'll try and kill the little ones first, because there's a lot of damage coming in. That guy's quite a bit higher level than us, though. Throw a heal down again. That's not a heal. This one.
Might as well be hitting the water.
Okay. Quite a lot of damage. You know what? Let's use Empower. Make sure we don't.
Okay.
This is fine.
You like it? Quick, toss me something else.
Okay, she can now do her upgraded sworn enemy. Yeah. We'll kill that. Good. Close enough. Really, let's have him... No, let's keep him in defender stance. I don't want him to break that, because they'll run off, I think. Actually, they're all engaged by the skeletons. He can do cleaving stance. Try and kill this. Let's do ring the bell on this guy. That'll stagger him, hopefully. Actually, let's do... No, she doesn't have enough resources. Yep, ring the bell.
Your orders?
Haggard wounding shot, refresh that. And drop down a dire blessing. It's gonna overlap with discipline barrage, but it'll give all the skeletons and our rogue a big buff.
Let's do this.
And that guy's tanky, alright. Never used these before. Foe AoE distracted. That's actually really good. Let's do that. He's really tanky. Oh, this guy's still alive? Okay, you shoot him. You need to move forward anyway, I just noticed because of the chant. Okay. You get the blight. Let's get the... Oh, you weren't done casting. My bad. I'm sorry.
Can't get a clean
There we go. Now, ideally, all of you... You can hit that.
Yeah.
This pillar is not going to hit our allies. So let's do that. The winning shot missed, I assume. So let's retry that. He's still not dead. It's going to fire soon. There we go.
Yeah.
Can't get a clean.
Let's get more skeletons. Can't quite yet get more skeletons. Soon. We'll have more skellies. No resources on her. I think we're fine though, right? He's really tanky, but...
Let's go.
Let's kill that blight.
Yeah.
Can't get a clean hit.
Happens to everyone.
Oh, right, they teleport. That's why he didn't die. If Zodi killed that.
Get thrashed. No one noticed that, right?
Except her accuracy is terrible, turns out. Oh, this is good. Oh, there we go.
Water.
Yeah.
It hardly seems.
We need some more ranged firepower on that.
After him.
Does nothing.
Come on, it's just a tiny lightning storm. There you go. I knew you could do it. Let's drop the heal slash damage then. Birdie's trying to... Don't die, Birdie.
Damn, missed.
Now we should go back to Duelist. Oh, we actually had him in Cleave, that's a mistake.
Still so much to learn.
This weapon's no good to me.
Do wish those kind of effects would be a bit more visible on the characters. That'd be a nice step up.
As useful as a bump on a pickle.
Have them during stances actually have different poses.
Happens to everyone.
Man, this guy's so tanky. This is by far the tankiest mob we've fought in the entire game. It looks like it though, to be fair, so... Doesn't do a lot of damage on the zone, I guess. Don't know, trying to do something. Oh. Move away from whatever that is. Okay. He can definitely do a lot of damage. Thought it was gonna target our rogue.
Sure thing.
Yeah?
Let's be safe here and just do this for some AoE healing. Our party needs to be closer for that.
Yeah. You like hell.
I am ready.
Happens to everyone.
Damn it.
Why did that... Why didn't that hit her? It was in range.
Away.
The range was deceptive there.
How'd I miss?
I am ready.
God. He's a tank, alright?
Damn, missed.
Your orders? Captain?
Happens to everyone. Does nothing. Does nothing.
Mo Ixie on us.
Nah, too slow.
Let's go.
I am ready.
Still so much.
After him.
He certainly has bursts of damage.
Too slow. That dog won't hunt. That dog won't hunt.
That dog won't hunt.
Nah, too slow.
Come on. Come on. There you go.
A sure thing.
Okay.
Sure.
The beast.
The beast.
Leave it to me.
Do you normally play a tank? In most games I do, yeah. The main reason I did it here for my main companion is so I'd have less to worry about with whatever companions we get. Because I, go into this blind, this playthrough, so I didn't know what we were starting off with. Eder was a pretty safe bet. And Eder, of course, is a fighter if you want him to be. But nevertheless, I like making tanks. A wall formed from tessellating blocks of bismuth rises before you. And from out of that wall, just a face at least 3 amua high, its mouth hangs open in a silent shout, eyes wide. A damp, frigid wind screams between the rocks. It carries whispers in its wake and chills you to your core.
What have we here?
Oh, okay. Sure, we could talk to more gods. The voice of Rymgrand rumbles from the stone.
A wayward watcher has wandered into my realm. Whatever should I do with you? You did not receive an invitation to my realm, Herald of Barath. Tell me, why should I not grind your soul to dust?
The stone face splits into a broad smile. Try it. I dare you.
With pleasure.
The chill wind you first felt when you entered this place picks up. It becomes a deafening cacophony, a shriek so loud and sharp it might tear the very bones from your skin, or shred your soul to cobweb tatters. Okay, I don't... This might be one of those... You'll actually die if you go this route. Let's not ruin our Ironman playthrough with that guess. Wait. You cry echoes? Your cry echoes out into the void. Slowly the wind dies and the cold abates.
Do you fear dissolution after all? How droll.
Yeah, somehow I don't think this guy's bluffing.
As much as it would delight me to scatter your soul, you belong to Barath. I will spare you that fate. For now.
I really want to say after I'm done with Eothas, I'm coming back for you. I'm gonna say it. I don't. Yeah.
Delicious. You need only whisper my name, and I will open a portal to my realm. I cannot wait to see what you try. Now, on to the matter that brought you here. Your Annamancer friends meddle in things beyond their comprehension.
Beyond their comprehension. We Warhammer now?
Were I not the generous creature I am, you would have died. Be sure to tell the Annamancers that they have failed, and that they have drawn my gaze. I will not hesitate to obliterate them if they irritate me again. You might prepare yourself, Watcher. Eothas's plan is a bold one, brilliant in its simplicity, and he has the will to bring it to fruition.
I'm looking forward to it.
Perhaps when Barath is through with you, I will find a use for you myself. Rare is the mortal who understands me as you do.
He radiates a satisfaction thin and sharp as polar sunlight.
And do send my regards to your Annamancer friends.
Rymgrand's voice fades to nothing, only the wind remains.
Oh, and I'll never stray again if you just keep me away from Rymgrand.
Rymgrand.
Why not?
Let's
Of winter.
collect some souls, I guess.
Yeah. Sure, I don't think so.
The beast.
No problem. Why not?
The stone face is silent, though you cannot shake the feeling of being watched. Okay. That was a very neat side quest, I gotta say.
Watcher, can you hear me?
You raise your head to find yourself surrounded by anxious faces. Flaun withdraws the finger currently prodding at your temple and nearly stumbles backwards.
Oh, thank the gods. Thank Helia. Merla, you had us in a panic.
Flaun sets a hand to her chest and fans herself with the other.
I don't have to tell you it didn't work. The current spiked and you went completely still. breathing, but nothing else. We sent for the physician. Myself, I was about to try throwing some water in your face. What happened? Did you feel any pain? Do you remember anything?
Does that work on a fire godlike? I nearly had my soul disintegrated because of you.
Please, stay calm. If you were in danger, it wasn't our intent. This is new territory for all of us. You experienced something. What was it?
No, I mean, I literally went to the Beyond and spoke to Rymgrand.
What was it like?
Really not fun.
Sientere, Watcher, truly. It seemed we sent your mind further afield than intended, and without the rest of you in tow. Not entirely outside our predictions, but not the result we wanted.
We're gonna get more crew after leaving the first island. If you just go to Port Mage, you can buy crew from the innkeeper. On any place you can buy crew from an innkeeper. You can also find specific ones as NPCs who may or may not join you, depending on the scenario.
We have stipend for volunteers. You're welcome to the sum of it. I hope it goes some way toward earning your forgiveness.
400 copper for almost being disintegrated.
Just as I hope this hasn't put you off helping us. We just have to adjust the current, give you a chance to control your flight, for want of a better word.
Stop it with these bird puns. I literally have 2 bird ladies in my group. This is very insensitive.
We're all very glad you're in one piece. We'll have a look at the machines, figure out what went wrong. Until then, I'm sure our friends at headquarters will want an update. And to see I haven't done you any permanent harm. We'll send word when we're ready here.
Yeah, we're rich. We can buy like 2 stacks of fruit.
Sure.
We did level up though. Okay, I think with that, I'm going to call it. That was a pretty good run. We did a lot of quests in the Gullet, and we have a couple more, so tomorrow we'll pick up with the Gullet and finish up whatever we have there. We have to go to, where is it? Yeah, all of these will be later. Delver's Row. We have a lot of quests in Delver's Row. So I imagine that's going to take quite some time.
Yeah.
We also get to level our characters up. I don't quite understand, so we just got, what's her name? Edwin. And it said she had a quest, but not a voice quest, whatever that is. But this was not it. I kind of assumed this would be relating to her. Can we talk to her? No. Oh yeah, no, we can. Wait. No, that doesn't work.
Here we are again, Watcher. It didn't go quite as I had planned.
Unique dialogue.
But it all worked out in the end.
She looks down at the 5 suns in her breastplate and faintly smiles with a shrug. The breastplate we are wearing, but... yeah, you can look down on it. Not that you asked, but my castle was destroyed and I almost died. I wouldn't say it worked out for me in the end. The membranes of her eyes blink and her gaze snaps back to you. Wrinkles of annoyance erupt across her face.
Well, you're still standing and breathing, aren't you?
She banishes her frustration with a shrug and a wave of her hand.
You only have to ask.
Okay. Alright, yep, we'll call it here. We'll level up tomorrow.
Got it.
And we go down to the Gullet. We might switch out Edwin again then for a full companion. Just in case they have some story relevance in the Gullet. I like this idle animation where she's just trying to get Ishiza to go on her arm, but it never works. This was a very